no disrespect to this brother. When I say I don't, when I'm fixing to say I don't like this man, this man, I don't mean I hate him. I don't hate this brother, but I don't like him. I don't too much care. I I guess when you want, most people say if you don't like the content, don't watch it. And I know that's one of his main priorities. If he actually seen this video, I visualize him saying, if you don't like my content, all you have to do is just go and find other people. Everybody on YouTube, he may say everybody on content does what they do. I do what I do because I want to make a difference. That's how he would say it. It's not. He'll probably say more than likely it's not about color and it's not about this. I judge people. He'll probably, that's how he would manipulate it. Basically. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but the reason I'm speaking on Brother Bunny Honey D in this matter is because he said that he's a private investigator. Okay, I get it. We do wrong, we pay for it. You know what I'm saying? You do wrong, you pay for things. You get punished for it. I understand that. I just feel that I don't agree, and he probably will say, "I don't." You don't have to agree with. Everybody has content on YouTube that people don't agree with. That's what he would say. I'm showing people how it would be manipulated. Things of that nature. They don't care if you mention to them about slavery, like they don't care about the slave trade. They don't care. But anyway, let's get back to this. He said he's a private investigator. That's what you say, Brother Bunny, Honey D. Even though you say you don't have no affiliation with no law or whatever you trying to say, anytime you have, the reason I'm saying I have it's a difference and everything is faulty and what you're doing is because of this. When people don't do what you want them to do, when you tell them to go stand against the wall, all of that shit is the power of white supremacy. You still is a supporter of white supremacy. Anytime you have a gun on you, anytime you have a taser, anytime you have something that calls, you say you're a private investigator, all of that shit, anytime, and you said it yourself, if you don't give me the keys to this car, even though he said he's a repull, you're going to call the police and they're going to get arrested and they're going to go to so-called white man's jail. You do that. Guess what? You're admitting that you as an Uncle Tom, you admitting that you is connected to white supremacy because if they don't do what you say do, you have to get the backing and the power of white supremacy, even though you are a great judicial fighter. You know what I'm saying? If they don't do what you say do, you still, and you do it many times in your videos. Now, I don't know what it's just You know who you remind me of, Brother Bunny Honey D? And I'm going to say it again. You remind me of the Apostle Paul in the New Testament in the Bible. He was from the tribe of Benjamin. He was an Israelite. He used to be somebody that would kill his own people because the Bible said the Apostle Paul was a murderer. He also was killing Christians. And he was, you know who he was working for? He was working for the Romans or the Greeks. You know who the Greeks were, Brother Bunny Honey D? The so-called white people. They just call them Greeks in the Bible during biblical time. But at the end of the day, you still is a supporter of white supremacy because the power that you got behind you doing that. And guess what? White supremacy is going to support you in what you're doing. If you're doing what you're doing, it's like you comedy with when you be talking to people. You'll say, if you are, I'll give you a choice. I can tase your ass or either bite your ass or either you can just calmly walk against the wall and we can handle this peacefully. Yeah. You're enemy to your own people. Yeah, you is an enemy to your own people. Now, I understand that when if we do something, yeah, of course, if we're doing wrong or whatever, but the job that you're doing and the people's behind you is white supremacy. White supremacy is definitely going to support you. They definitely number one. The Uncle Toms is definitely going to support you. They call him Uncle Ruckus. You is a perfect example of a asshole for the so-called white man. You really are. You definitely is a so-called asshole. And I don't hate you. I don't hate none of my I don't hate my people. I just hate that our people is caught up into because at the end of the day, guess what? And you know what? I already know before I even say it, they justification is I'm not looking for nobody to like me. I'm here to do what my purpose is, and that is to make a difference and make a difference in people. That's how he'll manipulate. That's how most Uncle Toms will manipulate things. Uh, People stealing from people. It ain't about skin color. I don't go by that. I go by your character, blah blah, this and that. But guess what? When they kill your ass, police brutality, doing slavery, they didn't think of that doing slavery. They didn't say they're doing slavery because by that logic, why would they use I don't see color, this and that and the third when when it comes uh to doing justifying the dirt that they do or try to say it to justify themselves. But when it comes to you, you clearly see they show you the opposite through their actions that it is about color. You walk up to people say it's not about color, it's not about this and that and the third, but do something wrong to the so-called white man. Breaking his house, do something wrongfully to his children or his family members, and see would he get hollow justice, and he'll definitely get it. But if your ass do it, or if me do it, do you think they're gonna bring up, they need to be in a mental hospital, just like this man 10 years ago? And I said I was gonna do a video on that. This man This damn evil so-called white boy shot this black man, shot my brother's son. And he was in the older man. He looked like he appeared to be about in his 70s, in his late 70s or mid 70s. He was so mad. He says, "You wasn't crazy when you killed my son, but now all of a sudden, nah, he crazy. He needed to be in a mental." Like when I looked at that video, now do you think if there was a so-called black man that that actually murdered a so-called white person? Do you think they'd have been had a black so-called black man or Hispanic or Native American man in there talking about a mental? First of all, it wouldn't even got that close to mental hospital. It would have been death, DEATH. You know what that means? It would have been death penalty. That's what it would have been. Or they would have shot and killed him and loaded him up with bullets when they pulled up on the scene and tried to call it, quote unquote, arresting him. You know? But now that he's a so-called white, a so-called devil, a white boy, the devil that the Bible speaks of, now all of a sudden, now they want to bring up mental condition. This happened in 2014. I went and looked at the video. The video is 10 years old. Yeah, the video is 10 years old. Now, this black man said he and then instead of them squirting, they squirted the so-called black man out of the courtroom. Out of the courtroom now. Because he said he wasn't crazy when he killed my son. But now all of a sudden, now he needs to be in a mental hospital and all that kind of stuff. All because he's Caucasian. Yep. But when you speak against this demonic shit that these so-called devils is doing, you got to be careful with your words. But you can walk around and just take a gun and just load our people up with some fucking bullets. And you got to be careful what you say on YouTube. You got to be careful what you say. The so-called white man, he can shut you down. He can ban your channel. Oh, we get our channels banned for calling out the bullshit. We got to be careful how we fucking talk to y'all. And say what we want to say on these damn cameras. We don't even own this shit. We even got, when we say, and it goes to show you ain't free. They talk about the land of the free and freedom of speech, but guess what? That's a contra fucking diction. It's a contra fucking diction. Because guess what? You go what they call too far, they'll wipe your channel off. But they want to sit up and talk about freedom of fucking speech. You're a dumb damn fool if you believe that. Talking about in the land of the free. What the fuck they mean by land of the free? And every time you fucking turn around, you go to YouTube. You go into the YouTube feed, you see one of them motherfuckers, police brutality, and shot some of my people down in the damn streets. Pulling you over unarmed like they did that so-called black 20-year-old man. And this is going back to my brother, Bunny Honey D. Them white folks ain't doing nothing but using you. That's all the hell they doing. They sitting back behind closed doors saying you stupid. Yeah, you might be a good judicial and a good fighter. Yes, of course you can beat the average person. Yeah, you can. But you ain't gonna take that same energy to stand up against the big bad government, because they can shut you down anytime they get ready. You just being used to catch. They just see you as a somebody that's using to catch your own people as slaves. Being a private investigator, all that shit is associated to being slave owners. But you is programmed and conditioned into being a slave owner against your own people. You're no different from the man that the so-called white people that was riding up on horses with a gun pointed at the slaves. If they got out of line, they took and shot and used the gun and shot if they tried to run away. And that's still to this day. It's just being done in a different way. You go to places like Walmart, you'll see the so-called white man, the police, so-called white man police parked outside of the store. And at night, they be trying to, people going in and out the store, and you see them parked up at Walmart or them grocery stores. And they sit there, and their job is to sit there and watch. It's like sit there and watch the modern day slaves in 2000 and so-called 2025. It's the same thing. It's just they changed the name of it in the front and named it a different name. It's just like going to like Walmart, been around since the early 90s, right? They can change Walmart to Orthodox Shopping Center. I'm just making an Orthodox Shopping Center. It's still the same material stuff. It still tastes the same. Still got the same flavor. Never the flavor. The flavors of the food is not changed. The merchandise are not changed from the material that they make it out of. Everything is still the same in the store. They just changed the name brand, but it's still all the stuff inside is still the same. It's no different. Just like they can take Popeyes and name Popeyes another name, right? They can name it a whole different name you never heard of. It's still a Popeye. They just changed the name of it. The flavor of the food is still the same. The chicken is still the same. The French fries is still the same. All the shit it still tastes the same. There's nothing different about the flavors of nothing. They just changed the name of it. That's it. They just upgraded the name. But the food and the taste and all of that is still the same. This is modern day slavery, the same way. The slaves get out of line, they come and arrest them. Yep. Hold on a minute, y'all. Whoops. Hold on, wait a minute. I got some holes in my shorts. Yeah. But it's really no difference. You tell him to go get against him. He ain't no different from the so-called white man. Brother Bunny Honey D will kill his own people physically if he had to. Talking about Bunny Hunt, I hunt humans for a living. That's so stupid. That's stupid as hell. I'd be embarrassed is to get on my camera and say some shit like that. I don't agree with his movement because his movement is not true. I mean, his movement, he's doing it. He's working for white supremacy. And I know it without a shadow of a doubt. Even the animals got sense enough not to sell their own cubs out and babies out to another different type of animals in the jungle. You think a rabbit that them rabbits that be in them rabbit holes in the field and stuff. Do you think the king rabbit is gonna go give his baby rabbits away and tell the predator animal where his baby's at and have them killed just to survive and get food? When the last time you ever seen an animal do that? Damn animals got more sense than human, than our people, than us. When the last time you ever seen a bird, a flying bird, birds that fly, go and tell a predator where his baby's at and put his babies in a position to where they can be eaten up by a predator that's trying to kill them? Show me a video of a rabbit taking his other baby rabbits and putting his baby rabbits at risk with a grown predator to kill them like a dog. They would not do that. They have ways of methods and means of communicating. They have ways they communicate with each other and let each other know there's danger out there. Don't go out there. But we as human beings, the so-called Black or Hispanic, we get out, we go and we compromise, and we go and get involved in the other cultures of people's culture, and we start following their ways and their customs and their way of doing things. That's what our people do. But I ain't never seen a rabbit go and deliberately put his baby cub rabbits at risk for an animal predator is to eat his babies. When have you ever seen that? Show me a video of a rabbit actually selling his babies cubs out for some food. Even walruses don't even do that. If you walk up to a walrus nest and you try to invade their space, do you think the other walruses gonna run and go and attack their babies and attack each other? All of them gonna turn around and start attacking each other and walrus? That ain't gonna happen. You've never seen it happen in the human in the nature of history, or in the walrus world. You never seen that. If you walk your ass up there, every last one of them gonna cover your ass and light your motherfucking ass clean up. They all help each other to stain your ass. And I said, why can't we be like that as Black, Hispanic, and Natives of America? Not compromising with no other culture or lineage of any other thing of the different nature other than ours. Keep it within our families. Yeah. You will never see the animals got more damn sense than the humans. In a way. An animal, a dog, or what, a cat or whatever, will tear your ass alive about their babies or cubs. You think a cat, as small as a cat is, you know how when a dog sees them, the dog looks at the cats like a dog looks at them like a prey. And the dog is the predator, right? You let that damn dog come up there and mess with them little small kittens. I seen it happen. I actually seen it happen. Dog went up there and tried to mess with them little kittens, and that cat turned around and attacked his ass and scratched the shit out that damn dog. Had that damn dog holler. Now you got some dogs that's crazy and ain't gonna back down from them. But I'm just showing. Matter of fact, they got some examples of it on YouTube. I actually seen it. Matter of fact, I had back in the day. I used to have 4 dogs at one time. Each one of them, when they saw cats, they saw them as they prey. They saw them as a something that they can try to. They didn't like them basically. I don't know what it was. And one of the dogs I had went for the cat and tried to catch him with his mouth. And the mama cat took and jumped on the damn dog back. And that dog turned that cat loose and went to running. Yeah. He didn't give a damn how big that dog was. I mean, she didn't give a damn how big. The cat didn't give a damn what it was looking at. It defended its babies. Animals and cats and dogs. Cats ain't gonna even sell their babies out to no damn predator. No dog. When the last time you seen a cat take and go and put his babies at risk on purpose just to survive and have food for the cat to eat? You know what I'm saying? They're risked. And even if you look at, I saw a video of a so-called white man. He was a police officer. And he went up into these people's yard and tried to tame those pit bull dogs. Them dogs were so eager to protect their territory, they attacked him and bit him and damaged him up where he had to go to the hospital. He shot one of the dogs. You know what I'm saying? But them pits risked their lives to protect their territory. So-called white man come in our community and mess with one of us. We don't want to, don't sit up there and film that shit. We sit up there and film what they doing. The animals see something coming at their cubs or something, they gonna do something. Walk up, like I said, let me reiterate, I repeat. If you walk up to a wasp nest and try to get them baby wasps up out of there, them big wasps as the protector of their cubs, see what's gonna happen to your ass. You're gonna walk away from there, you might be 300 or 400 pounds. Because you're gonna swell up when they light your ass up. Just think about what I'm saying. The walls not going to let you get too close to their space. The so-called white men come all up in our space. We letting them in. We scared of it. We this and that. We do all. Oh yeah, yes, sir. Yep. Yes, yeah. They come in our hood and do what they want to do, just like when George Floyd got killed. A lot of our people were just standing around. You know what I'm saying? But animals, a dog, you break in a house, and then you got a good dog in that house. That dog will attack the person that's trying to rob them in their house, especially if he's aggressive. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But we sell our people out to these damn wolves, the so-called white man, East Indian man. You don't even see East Indian people, even and the Chinese people, even selling their people out being Uncle Toms for the so-called white man. You don't see that. You don't see them making no treaties with them to sell their own people, sacrifice their own people for luxury, riches, and all of that. You don't see them doing that. They ain't gonna do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here and prepare myself for bed because I've been up long enough. Um, this video is dedicated to Brother Bunny Honey D. Yes, it is. I'm out.